So the structure of the Energy Code, or the IECC, basically has 6 chapters. We have administrative, we have definitions, which is really important for you to become familiar with, as well as the climate zones. And Chapter 4, which we are focusing on today, is residential energy efficiency. Chapter 5 is commercial buildings in regards to energy efficiency. And then, of course, 6 is the reference standards. The 2009 IECC is at least 18% more efficient than Kentucky's previous residential energy requirements. So, a big improvement. Now, the 2013 KBC, or the 2012 IECC Energy Code for commercial buildings, is approximately 18.5% more efficient than Kentucky's previous commercial energy code. Now that Kentucky has adopted and is enforcing the 2009 IECC, homeowners will save about $24 million a year, quite a bit. And the average energy bill per household will be about $560 saved. Pretty impressive. The impacts by 2030 will be about $66 million in savings and about 6 trillion BTUs of energy, as well as 330,000 metric tons of CO2 will be averted every year. Now, the cost benefit, really cost effective. What's amazing is that these improvements start paying for themselves immediately. The code is estimated to only add about 3% to the cost of construction, adding in about $154.78 to a typical down payment. The estimated monthly mortgage payment increases of about $3.35% are more than offset by the $28 a month in utility savings. Over 2 years, the homeowners will profit about $440. As you can see, energy efficiency not only makes sense for the environment, it's also very cost effective. The energy requirements of the Kentucky Residential Code apply to the construction, addition, renovation, or alteration of any detached single-family dwelling, two-family dwelling, and townhouses not exceeding 3 stories above grade with separate means of egress. The Kentucky Building Code basically applies to all other buildings and structures that do not fall under the scope of the Residential Code. Okay, so the Energy Code by itself, it's important to recognize as a starting place. The code is the basis for which we can make buildings more energy efficient. But it needs to have a couple other components to be effective. First of all, we have to have training. Builders really won't implement a code that they don't understand very well as they could if they understood it. And likewise, code officials won't enforce a code that they don't understand. So we need to make sure that everybody understands the code, which means we have to have adequate training. And we also have to make sure that there's adequate enforcement. And that starts with the knowledge of the code and then the desire of code officials to make sure that the codes are enforced. So it's a team effort with everyone: builders, code officials, homeowners, the construction industry as a whole. So in the next series of videos, we'll be talking about pathways to provide compliance to the code and get into the real details about the 2013 Kentucky Residential Code.